Yeah, you know what time it is. It's the Milkman. And right about now, it's like vacation time. So for all my people heading out to Mexico, here are a couple of things that maybe you should know before you head out. Let's check it out.
Watch out, just overall, watch out for the wildlife. One time I was sitting by the pool and there was an iguana in my space, so I kind of like threw a little rock over there for the guy to move, and I guess he didn't like that, so he called up all of his homies, and next thing I knew, there was 10 of them standing around me. So just watch out for the wildlife.
Man, straight facts, straight facts. I remember I went to Mexico, I think it was Tulum, and there was a whole bunch of these monkey type things. I think they're called Quadi or Cody, and they swarmed the tables. They took over all the food. All the tourists were like, yo, what the heck is going on? These things swarm, man. So make sure you watch out for the wildlife because they will take over. Let's go to the next one. All right, guys. Well, let's find out something you probably shouldn't have while you're spending some time out in Mexico.
You got to stay away from the cartel areas. If you're renting a car, don't rent a four-wheel drive car because the cartel, they use four-wheel drive cars for their land skirmishes, their battles with the government. Currently, it's pretty bad. Cartel's doing a lot of bad stuff.
Yo, that's kind of crazy. You remember that story that broke the other a couple months ago, where there was some civilians from the U.S. Who got pulled over by the cartel, and they actually got murked. Two of them got murked. Two of them survived, and supposedly the cartel made them do a lot of stuff. So I never heard about this whole four-wheel drive thing. So apparently, four-wheel drive vehicles are very, very valuable to the cartel. So if you're in Mexico, make sure or it's probably a good idea to stay away. I'm just curious to know, how did this guy find out about this? I wanted to know. So I did ask him, and it's interesting to hear what he had to say. So let's check it out. Okay, so just going back to the four-wheel drive vehicles, is that something you experienced firsthand, or is this just something you're hearing like on the news or whatever the case is?
No, my boss, he's Mexican, and he tells me all this stuff. He's like, yeah, the cartel, they're looking for four-wheel drive cars. It's an asset for them. So
Oh, geez. Okay. Wow. Yeah, man, that's kind of crazy, kind of crazy. Something you don't hear about. At least me, I never knew about it before. But let's go on to the next one. All right, guys. So next up we have Jenna, and she kind of had an experience that I could relate to when I went to Mexico. So let's hear what she had to say.
So I was thinking about this when I went to Mexico. It was kind of a while ago. Um, but what I noticed was like anytime that you would go to a beach, like even if you're on the resort, like there's people that are soliciting, um, and like also sharing their sob stories to pull you in and try and get you to spend money. And like obviously I fell for that many times. Um, or like to braid your hair, like to get you to buy like a little thing that's probably worth $1, spending like 10. So I would say like if you're going to a beach, like just to be aware that that is going to happen. It also happens in like the little towns that you go to as well. But that was like big, I would say.
Yo, no cap, no cap. When I went to Mexico, the young lady I went with, yeah, she fell for this. So what they'll do is they will pull on your heartstrings. They'll tell you a sob story, and even when you're on the resort, sometimes the resorts have fences that prevent that separate the actual resort from the beach. So they would wait by the fence, and if you walk by, they would give you a little sob story, whatever the case is. Then when you walk over, it's like bam, they have like a trench coat full of goods. Anything that you could think of that you could buy it from them. If you say, well, I was looking for this, oh, they got it. And as she said, it's a little trinket, but it costs you like 10 US. They'll haggle, they'll hustle. So yeah, make sure you be on the lookout. Anyone who's giving you that sob story, be on the lookout because they probably got something for you that they're trying to sell. All right, y'all. So this next one is really dope because I actually got some natives in the heart of Mexico to give us some details on things you should really look out for. So let's hear what they have to say.
They should stay away from the little hoods. Like they're very dangerous.
Okay. Are there certain hoods and like names of hoods that they should stay away from?
Yeah,
What are the names?
Tepito,
The Pito.
Tepito. Yeah.
The Pito. Okay.
Oh.
What
Tepito.
you see these guys clowning my accent? So
Yeah,
Tepito,
they kill people
Tepito
and
is a hood
they
you should stay
traffic,
away from. But they didn't have to
like,
clown my
weird-
accent like
weird
that. I tried to
animals.
say it as best I could. You said weird animals?
Yeah, like it's like a place where they trade weird things.
Vamos por la caguama, verga.
Okay.
It's a very dangerous place. Like there's places where you can buy some normal stuff, but if you go like very in, you can see things like very stranger things.
Stranger Things.
All right, guys. So apparently, Tepito is known as one of the most dangerous areas in Mexico, and Tepito also has like a marketplace. So as he was saying, in certain parts you can get regular stuff, but when you go deep into the cut, you could find like exotic animals and all types of other stuff. However, Tepito it has a nickname. According to Wikipedia, Tepito is famously known as the Barrio Bravo, or fierce neighborhood, because most crimes here involve counterfeiting of goods, but it is robbery that gives the area its reputation and can cause problems for sellers by scaring away customers, i.e. tourists. So if you're planning on going to Mexico and you want to go visit Tepito, as they would say, then go at your own risk. And guys, I would say for the last one, make sure you tip very well. If you're on a resort, especially on a resort, if you're in a hotel, make sure you tip very well. Just a story that I experienced when I was at the resort, I made sure that I tipped the waiter. I made friends with the waiter, and I made sure to tip him good, because in certain occasions, like for example, if they run out of food and they're not going to bring any more food out, there were times when the waiter actually, because of our rapport, he actually went to the back and got us stuff because I treated him good. So there are certain things that you could definitely get when you're tipping, and tipping is generally not a lot, maybe $1 US, $2 US, but it goes a long way, because you have to remember it may not be nothing for us, but it's something big for them. So make sure you tip well and spread the wealth. But anyways, you know what time it is. It's the Milkman. In the meantime, I'm out here. Things that you should know. Hopefully, it would allow you to have a better trip while you're in Mexico. If you agree, leave your comments in the comment box and let future tourists know about things that they could probably expect. But anyways, as I said, you know what time it is, and I'm off this. Easy, fam.